A team that hasn't won a World Series since World War I, and for once it's not the Red Sox. Red Sox, White Sox, game one from Chicago. The injured Frank Thomas throwing out the first pitch. Jose Contreras appearing quite healthy. Top one, he strikes out Big Poppy. David Ortiz, tailing away. Bottom one, Matt Clement, well, just had an awful day. First batter of the game, Scott Podsednik. First batter of the game, Clement faced, and he plunks him. Two batters later, Clement, Jermaine Dye. 2-0 White Sox, and we're not out of the first yet. A.J. Przinsky fouls a bunt off. He said later, I was trying to get a cheapie. Well, the next pitch, Ozzie, is not a cheapie. Oh, yard. 5-0 Chicago. Przinsky went 3 for 3 with 2 home runs. Bottom three, how about Paul Konerko? Matt Clement said, I threw bad pitches. They hit them. That would be accurate. Clement just could not find his spots all day long, and it was a short one for him, 6-0 Chicago. Next up, remember how he hit those other two guys? Well, again, location, they come right back at him. Carl Everett off Clement's left leg. Another look, Clement would stay in the game and, in fact, start the next inning. We'll get back to that in a minute. Top four, Red Sox down 6-2, and it's Kevin Millar on second with nobody out. The Red Sox have something going here. Bill Miller, Tadahito Iguchi to third, and Millar is out. Down 4 with no outs, Millar gets himself picked off and makes the first out of the inning at third base. Then Contreras strikes out Johnny Damon to end the inning. Contreras allowed just 2 runs on 8 hits and 7 2/3. Struck out 6, looked great. Clement pounded, but Tito Francona somehow has him start the next inning, and that theme continues. Juan Uribe, another look. Jason Varitek wants it high, and Clement, well, like we said, he didn't hit his spots all day long. That wasn't even close. 8-2 White Sox. Clement pummeled 8 runs on 7 hits and 3 1/3. Bottom 6, Podsednik off Jeremy Gonzalez, and now it's just batting practice. 12-2 Chicago. Podsednik had no home runs in 507 at-bats in the regular season.
Muscled up, Noah.
Yeah, he muscled up in the postseason. 14-2, White Sox set a division series record with 5 home runs in a game and set team postseason records for most runs scored and biggest victory margin. Boston's 12-run loss is the worst ever by a defending champ in its first postseason game. It's also the worst postseason loss in Red Sox history. George Smith with more now on the first White Sox postseason win at home since Game 1 of the 1959 World Series.
The White Sox got their leadoff runner on in the first and moved him over on a sacrifice bunt. But that was the end of small ball. White Sox hitters smacked 5 home runs and set a franchise postseason record for a single game.
I don't think anybody was surprised. We know what we're capable of doing. It was just a matter of us getting some pitches in the zone and putting good swings on. This offense is definitely capable of throwing up runs.
If we don't make pitches, they're going to hit them. I think we knew that going in. Again, sometimes team gets on a roll and it's hard to stop it. Hopefully, they had their day.
Some of the White Sox power came from an unlikely source. Scott Podsednik hit a 3-run shot in the 6th, his first homer since September 2004.
It probably surprised you a little more than
I didn't give him any grief. I was happy for the guy, man. We've been giving him grief all year that he didn't hit a home run, and to see him hit one when he did is it was amazing. It was amazing.
But wow, it came at a fun time. It was enjoyable.
A.J. Przinsky said he didn't even know the White Sox out-homered the Red Sox 200-199 during the regular season. He added, "We don't play small ball, we play smart ball." In Chicago, George Smith, ESPN.
Like I don't knock you out. Baseball games, playoff baseball is what we have, although I would like to mention my other cards to Zamboni. Game 2 of the Sox series, all those Boston fans who could die in peace, because of last year, the World Series, alive and very angry after Game 1 this time around. White Sox leading red after a pummeling on Tuesday. White Sox pitcher Mark Burley making his first career postseason, and here at the top of the first gives up his first career postseason runs. Manny Ramirez tags him. Johnny Damon will score. Edgar Renteria, fan favorite, will score 2 RBI single, and it's 2-0 Red Sox. We go to the third. Jason Varitek up with the bases loaded. Historically not his best situation, but comes through here. Damon will score. David Ortiz moves to third. Manny's on second. 3-0 Red Sox. They got a little something going with 1 out. Next batter, Trot Nixon grounds to first. Paul Konerko going to try and get 2 and get out of here. Nixon beats the throw. Ortiz scores. So Red Sox up 4-0 when the Sox can't turn the double play. Bottom 5. Aaron Rowan with a man on. That's down the line. If it's fair, it's extra bases. It's fair, it's extra bases. Oh, Jurassic Carl Everett rolling home. He was 2 for 4. RBI double for Rowan, and the lead is cut to 4-1. A couple of batters later, Joe Creedy out of the 8th spot delivers his first hit of the series off the plate and just gets through. Rowan will score. RBI for Creedy. Lead cut to 4-2. Next batter, Juan Uribe. Double play ball, Tony Graffinino and kids. Glove down, head down, through his legs. Creedy over to third. Uribe safe. Air on Graffinino, and he said he just flat out missed it. 2 batters and an out later. Tadahito Iguchi. Curveball called for a strike. Doesn't like that. Next pitch, he's not going to leave it up to the umpire. Another hook that's out over the plate, and he bangs one. 3-run shot. Iguchi's first of the postseason. All 3 runs scored, but they're all unearned. The White Sox up 5-4. Graffinino cannot believe the turn of events. Bostonians, of course, invoking the name of Buckner and Burley. He's pleased. He's off the hook, and now in line for the win. Top 9. Bobby Jenks facing Graffinino. Graffinino picks his head up and makes a go at things, trying to make amends. That's in the gap. It's cut off. Graffinino, though, running hard out of the box. He's in at second with a double, tying run at second with just 1 out. 2 batters later, 2 out. Edgar Renteria, big spot, small result. Grounds to short. White Sox are going to win this thing 5-4 and take a 2-0 series lead. Sox now a win away from their first postseason series win since 1917. Skipper Isagian gushing on Iguchi. He moves the guy over. He runs for me. He makes the plays. He hits home runs. He runs the bases right. The kid does everything for the team, and that's why I keep on saying he's my MVP. George Smith with more on the key play from the Red Sox second baseman. E4.
Tony Graffinino was thinking inning-ending double play, but he said he simply took his eye off the ball, and the White Sox made their former teammate pay the price.
I think everybody that's ever played the game has been in a position where they've done something to screw up the game. You know, unfortunately, this was my day.
I feel terrible for Tony. You know, it seems like plays like that always happen to the good guys.
When it happens, everybody in the team wants to pick the other guy up. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
After a Scott Posednik pop-out, the Red Sox were 1 pitch away from picking up Graffinino, but that pitch ended up in the left field seats, and the lead was lost for good.
I mean, it crushed me, you know, of course. Like I knew the score was going to be 5-4. We're losing, and it's my fault. When it happened, you know, I thought we had the right guy up there with Posednik to get at least 1 more in. He hit a pop-up, but Iguchi picked him up, and that's what this team's about, is finding a way to pick each other up. And you know, no one thought Iguchi was going to hit a home run, but I'm sure glad he did.
The error was Graffinino's first in 14 postseason games. Jason Varitek said he has to know we're 100% behind him, and we need him to win ball games. In Chicago, George Smith, ESPN.
All right, George, Boston back to Fenway, down 2-0. Nothing new for the Sox to have their backs against the Green Monster. Since 2003, they're 8-1 when facing elimination from the playoffs. Hockey now the sport of all New England. Patriots just 2-2, and the Red Sox, well, their season is over. Boston coming home to Fenway Park, trailing the White Sox 0-2, but not even a good fact bar could save them. 8-1 in their last 9 elimination games. Tony Graffinino, big air, but a warm reception from the home crowd. I'm not sure all is forgiven, but at least it's forgotten for the time being. Bottom 4, Red Sox down 2-0. First batter of the inning is Big Papi. David Ortiz launch job off Freddie Garcia. It's a long way to center field. Aaron Rowan thinks he's got plenty of room, and then he realizes now he's in a 1-run ball game. 2-1. Boston's first homer of the series. Next batter, Manny Ramirez. That's far too. He's going the other way. That's into the seats, and just like that, we're tied up at 2-2. 9th time in the career that Ortiz and Manny have gone back-to-back. First time they big bop, though, in the postseason. Bottom 5, 2 on, 2 out, 2-2 game. Ortiz up again, big swing. Didn't quite get it square. This one, Aaron Rowan will snag. Freddie Garcia gets out of the inning. Let's move on to the 6th inning. Tim Wakefield starting for the Boston Red Sox, facing Paul Konerko. And the knuckler floats in, and Konerko just smokes it. A monster shot over the monster, 2-run job. White Sox take a 4-2 lead, second of the series for Konerko. Then Manny in the 6th, dunk.
Manny hits this back, absolute missile by Manny Ramirez has made this a one-run game.
That got out so fast, it was only like 3 back. Sox within 1, 4-3. Later in the inning, Damaso Marte facing John Oldwood walks the bases loaded. Nobody out. Ozzie Guillen calls for Orlando El Duque Hernandez. In his career, El Duque 9-3, 2.65 ERA in the postseason. All those numbers coming with, gasp, the Yankees. Jason Varitek, bases loaded. Big hit in game 2, but here fails to deliver in the big spot. Konerko's got it. There's 1 away. Then Graffinino, 10-pitch at bat, fought him off, but this 2 popped up. 2 out. Sox not only can't get the ball out of the infield, they can't get it to the infield dirt. Next batter, Johnny Damon. Guillen sweating it out. Damon helps him out. Check swing, called strike 3. That's the end of the inning. Going to take another look in the super slow-mo. Dad would say half a swing. That's a whole strike. White Sox out of that inning. Still lead 4-3. El Duque large. Bottom 9, Edgar Renteria. Final out of the World Series last year. Ends the Sox season again this year, but on a less joyous note. The White Sox sweep the defending champs. 5-3 is the final, and you can go ahead and pop the corks. White Sox are moving on. It's the 3rd bubbly bath at Fenway this week, huh? Yanks celebrated Saturday, Red Sox Sunday, then the White Sox on Friday. El Duque gets the biggest champagne spray, 3 scoreless innings. His career division series ERA down to 1.78. Boston, postseason pitching hero from a year ago, Curt Schilling, never gets to see the ball in this series. And the White Sox win their first postseason series since 1917. And I'm pretty sure President Wilson didn't phone him to congrats back then. White Sox, happy Sox.
It's something you really can't put into words. I mean, we've worked so hard for so long, and to be able to get here and enjoy this, like right now, it's amazing.
There's a lot of emotion right now, just for the fact, I think someone told me it's only the 2nd time we've been this far in the playoffs, and the franchise history, and I think that'll hit everybody once tomorrow comes around and we get ready for the next series.
I have a lot of confidence in my pitching staff, and when you pitch good in the playoff and execute well, you should win, and that's what we did.
You want to talk about breaking a curse, huh? Hello, Shoeless Joe. The last time the Sox won a postseason series, as I mentioned, 1917. That was a World Series 88 years ago. Now, since that 1917 series, 26 different franchises have won at least 1 postseason series. Tampa, Washington, Texas, Colorado, still working on it. And this will be just the 3rd time in the history of the Sox they've reached the ALCS, losing in '83 to the Orioles, 10 years later to the Blue Jays. White Sox won the ALDS with that timeless postseason formula. Great pitching, timely hitting, and big flies helped too. Chicago outscored Boston 24-9, while the pitching staff had a combined ERA of 3, held Red Sox to a team batting average of 240. Carl Ravitch, Baseball Tonight's team, puts a bow on the Chi Sox series win. Both in person and by book title, that now Red Sox fans can die in peace. Of course, until the hooded fellow with the sickle actually shows up to get them, Sox fans are still alive and now have to suffer through another all too familiar autumn and off season of anguish. The dream of ending an 80-plus year series drought belongs to the Sox of Chicago. George Smith on the quick end of Boston's title defense.
In attempting to defend their world championship, the Red Sox appeared defenseless, and a White Sox sweep abruptly ended any hope of recapturing the magic of 2004.
We didn't think this was going to happen. But I mean, a 3-game sweep, I think it just shows what kind of ball club is on the other side.
Very surprised. I mean, I don't think anybody would have looked at us saying that we're going to go down 3 in a row, but I mean, that's baseball. That's what makes this game great.
We had a tough go-round where we had faced a lot of adversity, and this team found a way to get there. We just weren't able to get it done here.
They overpowered us in this series. They're playing with a lot of confidence, had their pitching set up. Every little thing sort of went their way.
In addition to the disappointment, the future is uncertain. 6 Boston players will become free agents this offseason. The group includes Johnny Damon, Bill Miller, Tony Graffinino, and Kevin Millar.
We could have 5 new position players from a 2004 championship team. Will that happen? I don't know. We might all be back.
I fell in love with Boston, so hopefully I'll be here for a long time.
And I'm not even
looking forward at all about answering any questions about the team's future. I think today is a day to look back and recognize the great effort from a lot of these guys in this clubhouse.
Epstein will have to agree to a new deal himself if he's planning on being back with Boston in 2006. His contract is up at the end of October. The Red Sox also may have to deal with the loss of another position player, Manny Ramirez. There's a report he's planning to switch agents to facilitate a trade out of Boston. At Fenway Park, George Smith, ESPN.
Thank you, George. In addition to Damon, Millar, Miller, Graffinino, the Fenway faithful could also see the departure of relievers Mike Timlin and the off-injured Matt Manti. Damon and Timlin probably the only two with even a chance of returning, so enjoy the farewell Kevin Millar soundbite. Johnny will be costly.